Howdy. It's Cloudy. Welcome back to the channel. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't checked out my past videos, make sure you check out my videos. Be on the lookout for my videos like every 3-4 days, you know what I'm saying? Because I was giving my videos time to, make its rounds on YouTube. And we finna turn up. So come over here before you too late. You know what I'm saying? Today, we got a video from Everything Always. Breaking. Avengers Doomsday test screening first reactions. I've been hearing this gonna be Marvel's best movie yet. Don't know how true that's
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka All Fires. We are only days away from Disney and Marvel Studios' presentation at CinemaCon, where all the rumors and indications have pointed to at least the first look, if not the official trailer, for Avengers Doomsday. Now, what's coming out today,
Did they give us a date
industry insiders.
Did you say the trailer's coming out today? This video he put out was yesterday. Did the trailer already come out?
Official trailer for Avengers Doomsday. Now, what's coming out today, and from certain industry insider sources, both with track records, is news.
I gotta check to see if there's a Avengers Doomsday trailer, bro. Man, there ain't no trailer. Maybe he mean like at the CinemaCon thing,
about an internal test screening for Marvel Studios for Avengers Doomsday, and apparently, by all reports, it's exactly what we were hoping to hear, and by one of the sources says has him even more excited for what's to come at CinemaCon this week. We're breaking it all down, what was said, who said it, and what it means for the upcoming first look and this new internal test screening of Avengers Doomsday. But first, if you could quickly grab the subscribe button, thanks to everyone who's been helping grow the channel already, and if you haven't, I would just kindly invite you to do so. Subbing is the #1 way to support us, plus it'll enter you for all the giveaways. Just be a sub, leave a comment if you want. Stick around at the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so the first update came from the anonymous Twitter scoopster, My Time to Shine Hello. Guys, keep in mind, no scooper gets everything right, but they do have a track record running on years at this point. Take that as you will. They went ahead and leaked out that, quote, Marvel Studios held a private test screening of the pre-shoots version of Avengers Doomsday for Kevin Feige and select staff, and that they were very pleased with it, some even calling it the best Marvel movie yet. Now, that wasn't the only source we've been hearing about internal tests.
That's some heavy words right there, you know what I'm saying? Them words come with a lot of baggage. That means I'm finna critique this movie a lot more than I would any other movie because of what they said. So if y'all gotta do y'all reshoots and all that because December is on its way. If y'all gotta do, wait, didn't they say they was gonna push it back? Well, they didn't push it back that much though, I don't think. Point is, bro, y'all gotta do y'all reshoots and everything like that to make sure this movie is top tier, bro. Do what y'all gotta do to make this movie top tier. Because we already expecting Spider-Man Brand New Day to be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Just based off the trailer we saw. So Spider-Man Brand New Day is gonna give Avengers Doomsday a little bit of brownie points. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna make people a little bit more biased. It's probably gonna have people be more like, Avengers Doomsday gotta be like way better than Spider-Man Brand New Day. If Spider-Man Brand New Day like this, because the Avengers movies supposed to be the best movies, in my opinion. The Avengers movies are supposed to be the best movies they put out, like ever. Like, whenever they put out Avengers, that's supposed to be the best they ever, put their work into. You know what I mean? So I'm expecting this to be really good, bro. Spider-Man Brand New Day better not be better than Avengers Doomsday. It better not be, bro.
Screenings from and for today, basically corroborating each other. The next source was internet personality and YouTuber Robert Meyer Burnett. Some of you guys may know him from over on John Campea, where recently I think I saw him on the Critical Drinker podcast. He's all over the place. This is what he had to say about said internal test screening literally within the last hour. Quote, "Since I came across what I know of Avengers Doomsday, perhaps by reading a certain extremely oversized document, I've been deliriously excited to see the film, which I know will slay. So my anticipation of any kind of CinemaCon presentation is way off the charts. I heard it went infinity."
This is Arby's new French dip royale.
War well. And if you need some context for what he means by I heard it went Infinity War well. And if you need some context for what he means by
before he even say anything, he said, the dude said the movie went Infinity War well. Meaning that this movie is on par with Infinity War. If y'all haven't seen Avengers Doomsday Infinity War, please go watch it. I'm saying one of the best. Bro, between that and Endgame, bro, Infinity War was crazy, bro. All the Avengers movies are good, bro. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? But Infinity War and Endgame, for me, they on the same, they on the same level. Even though they obviously a part of the same story, the continuation or whatever. It's just, if they saying this is Infinity War good, bro. How y'all feel about that? Do y'all feel like this movie should be better than Infinity War? Or do y'all think it being Infinity War, well, you know what I'm saying, pretty much meaning it's on par with Infinity War, do y'all think that's a pretty good spot to put it at? Because then that also means Avengers Secret Wars can be better. Or it might be on Endgame type level. Which is not a bad thing, you know what I'm saying? Just me personally, bro, I really believe that it's going to be better. It should be better. Because of everything they, you know, all the notes and stuff they wrote down from all the things they've done, you know what I'm saying? They know everything that people don't like now, and they know the things that people do like, and they know what people want, and they know what people don't want. You know what I'm saying? So I'm expecting these movies to be better than that. I'm just saying, bro, I'm gonna still like it either way if it's Infinity War, well, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause Infinity War is a good movie. I think it should be better, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm not finna give him no leeway just because I'm a fan, bro. Let's be real, bro. I want this to be better.
Infinity War, well, apparently when Infinity War test internally over at Marvel Studios and they did some screenings, everybody declared it was the best Marvel movie ever. In fact, people couldn't believe what they were watching. Go back and think about Infinity War in context of the MCU. It was a huge
Infinity War was good.
That's what they're comparing it to now. So not only are we hearing from a trusted industry insider and a Twitter scoopster that there is an internal test screening that's happened, and we know that from Marvel Studios' MO. I said there was no way they were going to do any external test screenings. The leaks would just be too large, and it wouldn't be worth them doing it. Whatever they would gain from whatever feedback they would get from a sample size of 15 or 20 or 40 people is not worth one of those 15 or 20 breaking an NDA and leaking all the details. So I knew they were going to do them internally, and this is pretty par for the course for Marvel Studios. They've done it for every Marvel film, including Multiverse of Madness, all of them. But to hear that it went this well, and in an era when there are so many people at Marvel Studios acutely aware of how well it has to do and the pressure on them to succeed, especially here.
That's why I'm saying I expect it to be better, because I'm like, bro, they, after last year and the year before that, bro, I don't believe they have enough, you know, feedback to know what they need to put in this movie to make it a lot better than all the other Avengers movies. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like this is going to be better than all the other Avengers movies we had, bro. Because they have more notes to go off on, you know? And I know it's like, well, the other movies, they have notes to go off on too. It's just something about the last year and the year before that of Marvel movies and TV shows that really, really should help them figure out how to do, like I said, the next saga I think is going to be the best saga we ever get. Due to the fact that this saga that we had, they got a lot of feedback from a lot of people. Social media helped in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think this is gonna be better. They got the notes, bro. They know what people want. They know what people don't want. People are talking a lot more now. Social media made it a lot more easier for companies and shit to know what they need to do, bro. Let's be real. And I do understand, like, you can't just, like, you do want to give the fans what they want, but you also want to put in what you created. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to just change everything because that's what they want. You still want you a part of that. You know what I mean? So I get that too. They still want to put their own little sauce in there and add y'all sauce too. But it should be better.
Now, revisiting the Avengers franchise at the end of a multiverse saga where, let's admit it, everything hasn't gone exactly their way. This is really, really good news. Let's face it, we could hear nothing at all, or it could be a mixed bag, or it could be something along the lines of Captain America Brave New World, which we're going to talk about in just a second, but it wasn't. This is two sources coming out and saying that the test screening went down really well and that everybody, at least internally at Marvel Studios, is happy with it. Now, I did just mention Captain America Brave New World on purpose. That had some public test screenings, and because of the delays to that film, because what was going on in Hollywood, those test screenings became the point of basically everybody's focus, and for a while, where one or two people who saw the film didn't like it.
So
but earlier before that, there were
watching Amen Corner
internal
Live
reports that came out via industry insiders like Daniel RPK where it was not all good, where internal screenings had some of the same feedback that they had from the external ones, that the action wasn't up to par, the movie was a little confusing, maybe had elements that they thought should be removed. That's why you heard about some of the villains at the beginning that were supposed to be part of the Serpent Society actually cut from the film. They ended up replacing them later with Giancarlo Esposito as Sidewinder, but there were things about the film internally they knew were not good. Now, whether they were able to salvage it, well, that's up to you guys. I think that Captain America Brave New World wasn't a horrible movie, but it wasn't a great one either. It did what it was supposed to do. I just wish that the plot had focused on him putting together Avengers. Regardless, this is the point I would remind you guys about Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania that did internal screenings really close to the film's release.
I'm still pissed off about that movie because of the way that King died, bro. Bro was like so powerful and died to an army of ants. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. I know some people didn't like the movie, but I just like movies, you know what I'm saying? So I am a little biased, you know what I'm saying? I can always find a little something to like about something I'm watching, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna turn something on that I don't think I'm a like, you know what I'm saying? That's just me personally, you know what I'm saying? But the movie was good up until that point for me personally. Once it got to the point where Kane died, I was kind of like, bro, how y'all gonna end the movie off like this? Like, I get y'all want Ant-Man to be like, you know, come out with a W at the end, but like y'all can't, like, yeah, you know, like it could have, Kane could have died in another way, or he could have been captured or sent off somewhere else. He died to army ants. Let that sink in, bro. That's one of Marvel's darkest times.
On Marvel's backlot, and what was reported was everybody thought the film was amazing, and that surely was not the case. Again, another example of not a horrible film, but a film that would have been much better if it wasn't completely watered down and hacked up by on-set rewrites, scene changes, and executive reshoots. This is my point, and I've said this about the Brave New World public test screenings, and I mean it the same for internal test screenings. It is very hard for Marvel Studios to gauge what a film is going to be accepted like with a very small, select portion of people giving reviews about a film. When it comes to public test screeners, because I've been in them, I saw the first half of Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, there were only 15 people in that theater. When it comes to internal pre-screeners, you have to imagine that for select staff and the executive producers on the film, they're not filling...
Matter of fact, Marvel, hit me up, bro. I'll give y'all some real insight, bro. Trust me, bro. I'm not finna just be like, oh yeah, it's good because, you know, y'all invited me. No, I'm gonna let y'all know for real. I'm gonna tell y'all too, like, this sucks. You know what I'm saying? Take this out. This right here is retarded. Put a different color. I'm gonna let y'all know for real, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can take it how y'all want it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna let y'all know for real, like, bro, y'all need to fix something because this don't make no fucking sense, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you know. You know what I'm saying? Then I got a YouTube channel too, bro. And you know, people in Cloudyville, they gonna start commenting real soon. You feel me? So y'all gonna get feedback from them too. So hit me up, Marvel, bro. We can figure something out. You know
up a whole theater of people. We're talking about 50 tops, maybe even less, 30, 20. That is a very small sample size for any one person's opinion to come into play for how.
And I've been saying on my channel for a long time how I think some things should be video games, some things should be animated movies or animated TV shows and stuff. Bro, Marvel, hit me up, bro.
You're going to feel about the film and how the public's going to feel about the film. And this is even more important for internal test screenings where there's obviously going to be recency bias and artistic bias because this is the last film that they made. So of course they're going to say it's the best and they're the ones making it. It's going to be very hard for a bunch of artists who are in the middle of still finishing something to be like, you know what, this is all crap. And I put an asterisk by that last statement because an artist, in a nutshell,
I wonder how they choose
one artist reviewing his own work probably says that along the whole process. But when you get to the size of the Marvel Studios machine and all the humans working together and all the feelings, well, anybody who's done collaborative art on any level can tell you getting people to be honest and during that process usually is the hardest part of it. Even though it's the most important ingredient to making good art, it can take years for people to have a working relationship to figure out how to be honest and spare feelings. I say all of this to point out one simple fact.
Yeah, I ain't gonna, like I said, I ain't finna care about y'all feelings either, bro. I'm gonna let y'all know for real. Just because I love movies and TV shows, bro. So I'm gonna let y'all know for real, bro. Hit me up. Hit me up.
Constantly remind you guys of whenever we cover internal pre-screeners, public pre-screeners, anyone's early opinion, review, reaction to a Marvel film. Guys, go into a film with an open mind, make your own opinion, and you don't have to justify it or explain it to anybody. It's okay to like a film that people didn't like, and it's okay to not like a film that everybody else seems to be raving about. You're your own person, and I think it's really hard, even for those of us who know not to be susceptible, not to hear these things and either get excited or get a little wary. That's just human nature. But now more than ever, especially with a film as big as this, where for a lot of us in our own little world, this is exactly what we're waiting for all year. We are looking forward to December. We are super excited about Avengers Doomsday. That's also
December,
don't let
Christmas
anybody
in
ruin
December,
that for you.
bro.
And remember,
December
there are a lot of people out there who are lined up, ready to take a shot at Marvel whenever they can, for whatever they can, valid or not, and they're going to do that for this film as well. It seems like almost by clock.
Yeah, man, Marvel, hit me up, bro, for real, because we need these movies to be top tier, bro. And I really do feel like when y'all be making these movies, y'all know certain things should be in there, but then y'all be kind of like, I don't know.